some big news that's dropping in the NBA right now involving Kawhi Leonard and Los Angeles Clippers owner Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer reportedly, according to ESPN, has been accused of circumventing the NBA's salary cap by paying $28 million to Kawhi Leonard for a no-show job. So Pablo Torre, a former ESPN contributor and a podcaster, he reported Wednesday that the Clippers paid Leonard through a now bankrupt company owned by Balmer. It's called, what's it called here? Aspiration. So Aspiration, what also included a sponsorship in the team's new arena and on the team's jersey patch. So Steve Ballmer created a company, allegedly, to sponsor his team with his own money and then pay Kawhi Leonard more money to circumvent the salary cap. Now, this seems par for the course, I would think, in professional sports. In fact, I would guess that this has been done before, except this time there's a snitch. So let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Shomot. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Appreciate y'all continued support. According to Torre, Leonard entered into a 4-year, $28 million endorsement deal in April of 2022 through his LLC KL2 Aspire. The endorsement deal came 9 months after he signed a 4-year, $176.3 million contract to remain with the Clippers, the maximum allowable at the time under the NBA's collective bargaining agreement. So he was maxed out, and yet Balmer wanted to give him more, so they figured out this way to circumvent the cap. Now, I am sure this has been done before. I have no doubt about it, in fact. I don't know for a fact, but I have no doubt that it's probably been done before. Because you always wonder, are there other ways to find a way to compensate players more when, when the cap prohibits you from doing so. So, excuse me. A clause in the document says that if Leonard left the Clippers, the deal would get voided. But let's see here. An unnamed employee who purportedly worked for Aspiration told Torre that the payment to Leonard was to circumvent the salary cap. Now, what does this mean, man, for Balmer, the Clippers, the NBA? Think about this for a second. You've been caught paying a guy $7 million more per season, and it's almost it sounds like a complete scam of a company that never really existed. So there's a statement here. Neither Mr. Balmer nor the Clippers circumvented the salary cap or engaged in any misconduct related to Aspiration. Any contrary assertion is probably false. The team ended its relationship with Aspiration years ago during the 2022-2023 season when Aspiration defaulted on its obligations. Neither the Clippers nor Mr. Balmer was aware of any improper activity by Aspiration or its co-founder until after the fraud in late August to defrauding investors and lenders of more than $248 million. Under the CBA, teams can be punished for circumventing the league's salary cap. Penalties can include fines up to $7.5 million, forfeiture of draft picks, voiding any player contract, and a suspension for up to a year for any team personnel found to have engaged in such a violation. Now the question is, what if you're the owner who's engaged in this type of act? Because if you're an owner of a team, that seems worse than an employee. So I would think that the punishment could be far greater for Steve Ballmer than it would be for someone else. Now, it says in 2000, which is 25 years ago, the Timberwolves engaged in an illegal secret agreement with Joe Smith by promising to pay him a future multi-million-dollar deal if he signed with the team on a shorter contract for less money. The league penalized the Timberwolves by removing 5 first-round draft picks, fining the team $3.5 million, and banning head coach Kevin McHale and owner Glenn Taylor for a season, along with voiding the contracts for Smith. The NBA fined the Clippers $50,000 in May of 19 for violating tampering rules after then coach Doc Rivers made public remarks comparing Leonard, who was then with the Raptors, to Michael Jordan. There's been all kinds of stuff involving Kawhi Leonard's stay with the Clippers. Steve Ballmer is generally considered a very likable owner of a team. Seems like a player's owner, probably largely because he has an unlimited bank account for the most part. But we have a situation here where you have an owner who's being accused of this. It seems very sketchy, and it seems like something that the NBA is going to have to look into a lot more deeply. Steve Ballmer, good or not, as an owner, if he did this and got caught doing it, like I said, I think a lot of owners do this stuff, but no one snitches on them. In this case, you got caught. And to me, that is an offense that is punishable by losing your franchise. Like being forced, you don't lose it, but being forced into selling it, which would be ironic, being that Balmer got the franchise when Donald Sterling was forced to sell the franchise. Now, obviously, for far different reasons, but when you think about it, if the owners of the teams don't follow the rules that they are largely setting, then what rules exist? What rules truly exist? And how seriously can you take the league if people think that it has all kinds of issues in terms of following rules? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, because I don't know what the answer is to this, but I do know that the Clippers are in a problem. If the deal of 2,000, the punishment of 2,000 for the Timberwolves included 5 first-round draft picks, banning the coach and the owner for a year? For a year. That means Ty Lue is out of a job. That means Steve Ballmer loses control of his franchise for a year. And 5 first-round picks? That's significant. However, I think with this, it could be worse. Because, for one, this is a scam. The whole company, it seems, was a scam. Simply designed to pay Kawhi Leonard more money to circumvent salary cap rules. So he scammed. There's a scam of investors. There's a $248 million scam. I mean, this is a significant situation. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. This is Rudy Rodriguez Show once again with Come On Now, the podcast. We talk facts over feelings. Come on now.